Not blaming you at all. Did you know that you're not allowed to bring Junior out of state in the custody agreement? Like, did you see that in there?
No, I must have missed that line. It was at the very end of the document. I had thought maybe that was a provision, and I should have checked. Like, it crossed my mind, but I didn't check.
Well, I refuse to get upset about this. Okay, I refuse to let this bring me down, because we always do that. We always let these little things ruin our entire day, and then we turn it into something. I'm not doing that this time. It's probably just going to be a strike. We'll move on from it.
I'm just regretting the strike that I already have, because like I took that one a little recklessly. So remember, I have one already, so now this will make two.
I know, sweetheart. We don't have to allow it to make us feel like it's the end of the world, though. We don't have to let it blow up into something.
I appreciate the positivity, I do. It really helps, but you're allowed to stand there and say, I told you so.
No, it's not about that for me. I don't get pleasure out of that. What I want us to do more is just smile sometimes, not always be so down. We finally have a daughter, a baby. We have everything we've wanted, and we still can't allow ourselves to just crack a smile from now and then.
I agree with you, but I also take offense to that. I hate being told to smile. You know, I see those comments that she needs to smile more, and it's such a stereotype with women that like women always need to be smiling and subservient, and I don't know. If I don't want to smile, I don't want to. And today I just don't feel like I have any reason to, because now I have to meet with the family court agent, and I don't know what he's going to say. I feel like I have nothing to smile about.
No, but really, it's always so doom and gloom with us. How long was I infertile? How long did we want to have a child together? When we met each other, our lives were chaos. And now, like, our love is something, I know it's cheesy, but beautiful. We have our happy ending. We have everything we want. You know, you survived pregnancy and overcame all those obstacles. Why can't we just be happy every now and then? We always wind up arguing. Let's do the opposite.
You're absolutely right. And I'm grateful for Charlotte, I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for Junior. I'm grateful that I have fans that follow me every day, but when am I allowed to be scared? I'm just a little scared right now. I don't know why. I just am.
Would the universe really allow you to lose Junior at this point? I think you've been given so many obstacles to prove to you that you're still standing. And also, remember all the paranoia you had in your pregnancy about losing the baby or not making it, and we're here. All that paranoia was for nothing.
I guess one thing that I realized and just thought of the other day was that these supervised visits, they're temporary. When he was given them, they're not forever. Which means one day there's not going to be an agent there to supervise him with Junior if he ever gets custody. And I've never faced that reality.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen? He's going to lose his supervised visits. He's not going to see Junior at all. He's not going to be part of our lives anymore. That day is going to come. I can feel it. And then your biggest problem is going to be Junior coming home from school saying all his friends think you're hot. And you're not going to know how to deal with that.
I appreciate you trying to keep things light. But stop.
Alright, we looked everything over. And unfortunately, you did take Junior out of state. And the custody agreement says what it says. You know, you have to notify us. You have to notify the other parent. You can't just take him out of state.
I realized I did that. I realized that I broke a rule. Now I realize. But in the moment, we were just planning a trip to Sesame Place. We were just trying to take our minds off of things. It's been rough having Charlotte and just acclimating to having a baby. I'm not complaining, but it's just been, you know, having a baby is a lot. I went through some things in the hospital, and I guess I just agreed to go to Sesame Place on a whim. I didn't really consider my custody agreement. It was an honest mistake.
Still, like, I've really tried to help you in your case, and I've been biased at times. Things like this, you have to be careful with. These are careless mistakes. And something like this can also lead to a child abduction charge in your custody agreement.
Child abduction? I'm the primary parent who has full custody. So wherever I take my son, how can it be considered child abduction?
When you have a custody agreement in Serafina Town and you take the child out of state without notifying the other parent, it's considered child abduction, even if it's without malicious intent. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, well, when I took my son to Sesame Place to see Cookie Monster, it wasn't in the vein of abducting my son. So how do I avoid this charge or whatever I'm going to be slapped with because of that?
After your ex-husband told us that, he was taken out of state, which he should do. I know it sounds like an annoyance, but even if the roles were reversed, we would expect the other parent, like yourself, to report that the child was taken out of state. So we had to sit down with him and we informed him that he could press charges for child abduction if he wanted to. He chose not to.
Really? I thought he would hear something like that and jump on the chance to just, I don't know, have Junior taken away or whatever. He didn't, really?
Yes. And I'd say you dodged a pretty big bullet because that could have gotten messy. Like I said before, this was a careless mistake and I don't like it because I don't want to see you lose. I shouldn't say something like that, but I think I've been on your case long enough. So you have 2 strikes now. He has none.
Great.
And I think you might have underestimated his ability to exhibit good behavior because my higher-ups don't deal with him on a every week basis or an every 2-week basis like I have. So they don't know him as a person. They see my notes and they have to decide what's the best action moving forward, right? They see my reports and I report everything. But they have they've seen what they've seen and they think he's exhibiting some good behavior as of late, from the attending the supervised visits to how he behaves with Junior.
Okay, yeah, he did something nice. He can do that from time to time, but between you and me, he's never gonna get full custody, so.
Well, that's also why I wanted to meet with you in person, because I have some unfortunate news.
So what? Am I in trouble? Because I got in trouble for doing a welfare check on my son, making sure he was okay. Am I gonna get in trouble now for reporting that my ex-wife took my son out of state when the custody agreement says no? Because I can see that happening with my luck.
No. I just finished having a meeting with your ex-wife. I told her the news, and I have some news for you.
Well, I didn't press child abduction charges on Miranda, so is it that she's getting 2 strikes? Is that your news? Because I pretty much expected that.
Well, yes. She did get a 2nd strike for taking Junior out of state without notifying us, breaking the custody agreement rule, but that's not the news that I have for you today. The news that I have for you today is that your supervised visits may be coming to an end in the near future.
Of course. Do everything right. I try to change my behavior, try to do the right thing, and now I don't even get supervised visits. So what? I'm not allowed to see my son at all because I can't make phone calls. So,
no. It has nothing to do with that. It actually, your good behavior, you may be awarded custody weekends, or at least a day a week where you have custody of Junior.
am I awake? I don't believe that. Are you being serious with me? Because I can't believe I'm hearing that. Like actual having him in my possession in my house type of custody? Really?
You're not out of the woods yet, okay? You still have to like prove yourself. They told me, the higher ups told me, that you have 4 more supervised visits. and they're going to look at how you do, and then they will decide whether or not to put you in front of a judge to determine if you'll have custody weekends or not. Look, not that I want to question it at all. I'll take it. I'll take it, dude. I've been taking Ubers to these supervised visits. I have like paid my dues, but like why? Why all of a sudden am I being given this shot? Well, they like that you've gone to the programs that you were recommended to go to. They like that you're sober. They like that you have kept a steady job since everything happened. We're aware that you don't have a car and you've made the supervised visits. They didn't necessarily like you breaking the rules with the giving gifts, but they also saw the intent behind them. So, yeah, your good behavior has gotten you somewhere. Well, I can assure you, I will do whatever it takes to make sure this happens. You will see me at every supervised visit, these next 4, with bells on. I'll be there an hour before. Whatever you need me to do, I got this. What I've learned, I guess, about family court is that they don't look at his behavior towards me, okay? He can be trash to me, but it doesn't involve Junior. They've looked at his behavior with Junior, and I guess they think he's had good behavior. You know, yes, he's broken rules with the tablet and all that, but I guess they look at how he's trying to, like, educate Junior or whatever. That's what the guy said. And his stupid criminal records. He's apparently gone to programs and rehab centers and stuff. He's been an outpatient and done that. And he's, like, proving himself to them. Of course, I don't buy it, but in 4 more visits, okay, within a month, they're going to decide whether or not he has weekend custody. It's good behavior? Did they actually say that? He has a DUI. He broke rules during the supervised visits, giving Junior a tablet. I can't think of one day where he's had good behavior, but again, I'm not letting it bring me down. You can't assume that this is going to work in his favor. It never does. Yeah, well, like I said, I gave you the reasons why. You know, they see it a different way. And I guess we'll know by Thanksgiving. I don't even know why we're talking about this. It's a waste of time because every time he's given a chance, he blows it. Every single time. Every opportunity he has to get his son back, be a good dad, he ruins it. So we don't have to think about this. We can focus on planning vacations, birthday parties, christenings, whatever. We can do happy stuff. We don't have to think about this because we know the outcome. Yeah, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but it's either that or we're going to have a very crappy holiday. Here's a positive for you, because whenever there's a negative, there's always a positive, right? Let's say he gets custody by the grace of God. Something crazy happens where he does get weekend custody. Thanksgiving is on a Thursday. So, there's that. Hey, I thank you for the news and all that, but before you go, I do have one question. How does the holiday stuff work? Like, because my mother has been dreaming about, you know, getting to share holidays with her grandson. So how would that work exactly? Like Thanksgiving? Things like that have to be decided if and when you get the custody weekends. Typically, when it comes to holidays, you either will get alternating holidays, meaning one will get Thanksgiving, one will get Christmas, or you will split the holidays. But that's determined, again, if you even get full custody. Well, not full custody, but you know what I mean, weekend custody. So in a perfect world, like if everything lined up in my favor somehow, I could have my son for Thanksgiving, possibly? Yeah, the timeline, your supervised visits do end before Thanksgiving. You could have a hearing with the judge before Thanksgiving, and yeah, it's technically possible for you to have Junior by Thanksgiving, but I don't know right now. I can't make any guarantee. Wow, I can't believe this. God, thank you for telling me. Let me digest that news. Yeah, what is it? I think my dream may finally come true.